Good evening, video game and anime fans alike. I'm here once again to bring you some heartbreaking news. Discotek Media has released a new dub for Lovely Complex. They put some real bastards in charge of it. We'll go into the details on their sins and their transgression. You may be saying, who's listening to dubs anyways? A lot of good reasons to be watching dubs if they were good, but unfortunately we've got a bunch of tricksters and assholes out there who don't even like what they're dubbing, and they're just putting out crap translations. So if you thought Discotek Media was one of the good guys, I'm here to tell you they're not. So if you're familiar with Discotek Media, they license old anime, put them out in physical releases, and you might be on the team of saying, well, physical releases keep media alive. That's not true, guys. It's actually piracy and downloading that does that. So keep that in mind. You don't need to give Discotek Media any money. You shouldn't have been giving them money before. But moving forward, let's talk about the two people they put in charge of this. Two people that I have from my research that were involved in this are Blendin BLABER, and that's Jello Apocalypse for those of you who don't know. He's on his Twitter here, says that he made something called Epithet Erased. Never heard of that. It looks like crap. So from his Twitter here, he says he does YouTube and voice acting, barely. Imagine he's putting his fucking resume in the link. His location says he, him, bi, poly. So this is like a guy who sucks dick, guys. Like Nicktoons in his header. He's like a real almost like a pedophile, looks like. I don't know if you guys remember the Jello Apocalypse videos. I never thought that he'd end up like one of these guys. Honestly, it makes sense. He's got his stupid little reel. Don't even want to hear that. I'm not going to click it. And really, there's no less respectable job than being an English voice actor for just like Crunchyroll anime. But you guys didn't need me to tell you that. Another person that he names in charge of this dub here is someone named Marissa Lentil. Her pronouns are she, they. Voice actor, ADR director, don't know what that means. There's also a flag for Italy, Ireland, Turkey. So I guess she's a mix of all those races. Vixen VTuber. Her VTuber model looks like shit, guys. It's not even like an anime one. Yeah, I don't know what she's doing with this thing. It's got nasty little veiny horns on it and a stupid looking nose. So in this now deleted post talking about how him and this Irish Turkish girl put together a new dub for Lovely Complex. They talk about how Discotek Media mostly let them do what they want, which is pretty fucked up. And this would include things like running it by sensitivity readers. God, you can fucking imagine what that looks like in today's world. It says Lentil passed the episode and its script by multiple trans sensitivity readers, and not only made sure to cast a trans person as Seiko, but also cast as many of the trans actors who auditioned for her as possible. I don't have an exact number, but I think the Lovecom dub has something like 20 trans NB. It's one of the transiest anime dubs in the existence, if not the transiest. Trans rights, he says. And so further on, he talks about how Discotek told them just don't advertise the changes and don't add the kind of buzzwords like sexism or patriarchy. You can do whatever you want in the dub. You can change it as much as you want, but just make sure that you're not using any words that are going to set off the Twitter trolls or whatever. So he says, TLDR, most anime distributors don't care if you make things nicer, is what he calls it. He calls it making things nicer or more gay. To me, those are not, I would consider that to make things worse. But he says it's okay. They say it's okay to add more representation. They just don't want you to flaunt all the changes that you made, be secretive about it. These are the same people who will turn around and say that, they want this stuff translated nicely, and they're just doing their best. But here they are talking about pretty much blatantly how much they hate it, how much they think it sucks. He says, the trick is to change the intention of the characters to something that makes sense for them, while also keeping the intention of the overall story. As for not true to the original, I don't care what they think. So he's talking about people who are like, this isn't true to the original. He goes, I don't give a fuck I want this on my resume. And when you look at this shit, like who's buying fucking Lovely? You look at like the replies to Discotek Media's Twitter, and they've got like 2 or 3 people who really just don't know any better, just talking about, oh yeah, this looks good. Can't wait to pick up a Blu-ray of this. And threads about this in their transgressions get a lot more engagement, it seems like, than anything Blendon Braber is putting together these days with his weird Steven Universe looking video game that I guess he was part of, or doing like the dub for some random character in like some stupid fucking seasonal anime. So Brendan, Marissa, if you're watching this, we want you to stop. I will not give Discotek any money as long as I see that you're involved. I also never gave Discotek any money, and I never will give them any money. But you guys, I want, make sure everyone don't buy from Discotek. These people hate your guts. They think you're stupid. Don't let them make money off of you. All right, and I love you. Goodbye.